Stop doing that stuff. Okay. Hey. I guess I was gonna wait till some people came or not. And yes, the lights in my eyes. I don't know how to make it get out my glasses, except if I hold my head down. So that's that. At least I have a skinnier chin, if nothing else. Don't mind me blazing, okay? So, welcome back to Shae-Nitty's channel, NittyLiveTv, Shae-Nitty, boom. I need to turn what you call them. Okay, I don't want to start sweating on nobody. All right, so I'm making this video because I think, a lot of people ask me, like, where'd you go? You missing? You still doing music? What's up with your life? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll, like, give you some insight, and, this should be good for my insights, too, like, getting things out of my energy and whatnot. Okay. But before I get into that, and while I get into that, I have some resin jewelry I've made, and I have yet to put it together. So that is also what I will be working on. And also new locks. I think I want to see if they will go in my hair just like this. This is a protective hairstyle. I'm growing my hair out. And yeah, we already gave this a go. We already got a piece out. We already got 2 pieces out to get. So we are going to experiment with this today as well. Okay. Here for an hour in my mindset. So yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So that's not it. Okay. If I get a little hot, I gotta take an arm out or something. This is crazy. All right, okay. So let me just take all this stuff out before I start talking, because then it'll make a lot of noise. Okay, I don't need all this. Boom. All right. These are like nail and hoods. You see all my resin crafts. I have yet to figure out how to do these. Anyway, so you can see that, and how you can see that. So boom. All right, let's get into it. So I got to ATL. You know what? I think y'all deserve more than just Atlanta, because I left Atlanta last year in like July, and then I chose in November to go to Cali. And Cali was crazy for me, y'all. Like, yo, the few people I do know recently did just hit me up, and I'm like, wow. So I get to Cali, and I'm in Oakland, the Bay, and I instantly already reach out to the people I already knew. Okay, I knew these guys like for 8 to 10 years, like, and when I met them 8 years ago, minimum, like, I guess I met them to model. But when I got there, I literally went to like no modeling event. I met a event manager that they already knew. They introduced me. Then I got hired to do a photography shoot, record, be the photographer of a woman showcase, Foxy Brown, I think that was her name. And boom, after that same, no. So then they introduced me to an old man, okay? Now I guess they thought I was gonna be but that's not what happened though. Because yes, I went to go see the old man. We was chopping it up. He was like, "Oh, you fine?" I was like, "I am." And then he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What you doing?" Like, he told me what he do, and I say, "Oh, you work security?" Well, I can secure stuff. What's up? And so then, like, he said, okay, well, I ain't gonna buy nothing from you. I ain't gonna buy you, but I can hire you and pay you. Okay. So it's like, which route you going? I said, I would like to be hired for one. Thank you very much. So I got hired as a security guard, and I think it was Allied, something, but that's people I work for, whatever. And I got to secure a lot of concerts and stuff. I secured a concert for the Jonas Brothers, and I also secured a concert for Tyler the Creator. And for that concert, I actually got to watch that concert happen. So that was pretty freaking dope. So that was my whole like doing security, being a photographer for events. That was my whole journey for Oakland in 2015. Okay. So when I just went back like 2025, okay, 10 fucking years. Okay, yeah, so 10 years. I'm like, I didn't never experience them. So I have the same memory. Like I meet you guys, and this is a pinpoint. This is like a home point, and from here I go pick paths and I go explore and venture and continue my life. Okay, so that's what I came back to do. So I came back, and the first day I came back, like I got there like at 6 p.m. or something. The next morning, well, that night I met the cousins and the brothers and the kinfolk. And one of the cousins was like, "Yeah, you look like you work. You want to come to me to work? I'm cleaning up the city. We got the email. I can see the email." And I was like, "You sure you can just tell me to come? Like, what's up?" He was like, "Yeah, it's cool. I know the people that be hiring me. So yeah, and then they gonna pay you like 75 to come out there and clean up the city." So I went. I showed up. They invited me in, and I met the mayor that day, the mayor of Oakland. Cool. And so, and I got paid. So the next day that came, like, I worked a different day. And it wasn't until like the fifth day, I met a little shorty at the nighttime, kicked it. It wasn't until the seventh day, like, I really ran into the guy I used to know. And that's where I went incorrect at. Because I, I wanted love. I wanted love, y'all. And to meet somebody that you used to know, that you gave your heart to, and like, and I need y'all to know this, okay? Poly is something crazy, all right? And I have been invested to experience life to its fullest. So that just means like if I like you, I like you, and y'all too is a one, then hey, what I had to do to be into the vibe, the picture. So for this particular person, 10 years ago, I was told like by the wife, like, 5 bands. And one day I called back and said I had 5 bands. And then another day the wife did something weird and I was like, oh no, I can't go into this. So wasn't that consumption? It's usually like, like you can't bring someone into a icky relationship. And I think that is a solid pointer to know when it comes to like even dealing with your friends, your family, even someone you like, that whoever you deal to like just get with, y'all gotta fix it and make it like sticky for love instead of icky from it. Anyway, so boom, fast forward back to that day. So okay, and I'm listening to the past, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you need help, you know. And I was like, listen, okay, I see you got the work and stuff. All right, I said, listen, so look, I always wanted to do this with somebody. And I think men always talk about this. They always talk about how they can't find a girl to chip in and put money up for what they want. And it's like that. So I said, okay, can you listen to me? If I give you one, okay, you give me back two. Okay. But you can instantly get that same two you gave me back right there. Or you can get another one back. Boom. But if I give you two, give me back three. Boom. And that's loans. Like if I loan you $400, you should be able to give me back $500. Like that's just how it should go. So I cannot separate these two. So boom, this is nice, huh? Okay. So he was like, yeah, I get you. You know, I give you 600. You know, that's 700. Boom, boom. Okay, you got it. Cool. So always know you can borrow as much as you want to, or you can minimum borrow $100 after you pay the debt back, the borrow back. So I gave $200. Boom. And before I can even get that back, my duck self was like, well, what is $200 for someone who said they need to start with five? So I was like, all right, bet I sent you a three. So boom, that's $500. You gotta slide me back five. I mean six. Boom. And you don't know if I will just give you that extra $100 after I know you slide me back my five. I got another $100 I can just dish to you, or maybe that's for taxes. You don't know, okay? So I did that, and like 5 days later, a nigga was like, Shay, you want me to do you a favor? Flip $500? I said, that's crazy because I never need nobody to flip no money for me. I That's crazy. I want to help someone flip money because I can sponsor them and invest or whatever. Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, I said, well, I ain't never had no one. I ain't never needed a favor, so you can just keep that 500. It's cool. We good. You don't owe me nothing. It's good. You know. Boom. And when I said that, a nigga got mad at me and was like, "Now you tripping?" And I was like, "I don't get what's going on here. I'm just trying to keep the peace." But now I'm tripping. Okay, cool. We'll have to figure this out. All right. So from there I just was like I like had to not even cut the nigga off like for whatever many days after that, literally like life picked up for a bitch. Okay. Like it was like time to just go do Instacart more. LOL. Anyway, I'm going back to my people house, right? The trap house. Okay, cool. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting all my stuff out. The cousin there helping me get nothing out the house, but literally just watching the dog so the dog doesn't eat me alive. Okay. And you know, when people be like, you know, your dog, yeah, don't let your dog eat me. And be like, my dog ain't gonna eat you. Be like, all right, all right, all right. Okay. So boom, I was fixing something, my bad. So I got the last of my items, probably two more, you know, back in trips. And I walk up the house, the steps. I go inside the house, and literally, I don't know if I see the dog. And I need to tell y'all that I don't know if I see the dog because when I come back out the house, I guess I thought I seen the dog because. And when I say dog, I mean the cousin. We call him dog. All right. Not the animal these niggas got in their backyard. All right. So boom. I didn't realize I ain't see the cousin. So when I walked out, I don't know what happened. I put my stuff in my car peacefully, y'all. A good trip. I go back. This is my last. I gotta get the rest of my stuff. That's it. And I wish at that time people was like, I help you. I go back, la 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 la. Don't see the cousin nowhere. Ain't thinking nothing. Instantly walk through that bitch. The dog come after me. I was like trying to skin it. The dog caught my leg. Her. And then it caught I kicked it off a little bit, right? And so I got up another step and then it caught my leg again. Okay, y'all need to see. It caught my leg again, y'all. The dog caught me and dragged me down the stairs. All right. And I was just like, this is crazy. And then the other dog, it's like a big black bear. It was like trying to help me. Like it was trying to like lay on top of me. So I don't know if it was trying to help me or eat me too, but it definitely got the other dog off me. And then the cousin come out of nowhere like blah 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 blah. I get up, go in the house, grab my and walk out the house and go put it in a car. Cousin trying to talk to me. I'm like, I'm good. I ain't tripping. It's good. And I don't know nothing. I get in the car and I'm like, you know what? I need to go to. I was going to well, what's the name of that lake? It's in Bakersfield. Anyway, so I go to the lake aquatic park. Okay, I go to aquatic park. So if you know the bay, if you know the bay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, so I go to aquatic park, right? And I post up I'm like, I gotta roll me a bleach. I'm tripping. My head hurt. I'm going crazy. And I'm just like, all right, all right. Turn off the car. I hit the blunt and I pass out. And when I come to, it was like not lit no more, ash all over me. And then I'm like, oh, damn, what happened? And then instantly my legs just starts ringing. And so I do the little lift. And I pull that bitch down. And I was like, what am I gonna do? Pass out again. So then I come back. And I'm like, okay, Shay, you got this. You gotta take off your pants, your socks. So, boo, I had to take it off, pour some water, some peroxide. I wrap that bitch up because I'm in like adrenaline pain. Like I can do this. It's like living in the nature. And I did go to Cali to live outside and do Instacart because I was like, I need to just get out people's houses and change my life. Anyway. So boom. I'm like, damn, I need to figure it out. So I put my leg down and I go to stand up. Baby, tell me why my ankles don't work at all. My right ankle ain't work at all. So I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? I ended up being at that aquatic park, for 3 days. Within that 3 days, I get a phone call from my homie. Go ahead, shout out to Jerry Lar, the comedian. You did. And he's like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? I was like, at the park, my ankle, I'm gone, tapped out. And he was like, well, you need to pull up to my homie house in like 3 days or whatever, blase, blase. And so within that time, I ended up going to the hospital. Finally, like I got my other ankle, which is my left foot. I know how to drive with my left foot, y'all. It's crazy. And I still can't drive a stick. But maybe I could if I tried. So I took me to the hospital and they ran my information. Yeah, this is important, okay? Because I needed help as much as I could get. Because I needed antibiotics. Let's be real. You did? So when I go in the hospital, they talking to me. I hand them my cards. They type me up. I answer them questions. I go to the back. They said what they said. It wasn't deep enough for me to have to get stitches, but I did need to get antibiotics. They did give me a shot just to make sure all the extra shit didn't, happen. And then it was like, I need you to come back for 4 more days within like 4 weeks. So every week I need you to come, or 2 times of every week. So I only went for 2 more weeks or 4 more weeks. Who the fuck knows, okay? So boom, my second date was good. My third date was great. It was like my last day I went that it was a man. All my other days was a woman, and she as slow as me, okay? Because the man, I did the same thing, handing him all my cards, okay? And he's like, hey, ma'am, like, none of these are active. Like, who are you? These don't exist. And he's like, you're not in our system. And I'm like, that's crazy. Y'all seen me for like 3 days. Why would I be in your system? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know why. And so he goes to the back and asks them, like, who is this lady? They're like, yeah, she had the dog bite, but she didn't need no major surgery or anything. So I don't know what they did at the front desk, but she only had antibiotics and we gave her a shot because of that. And he was like, okay, well, I'll just tank this up and we'll just go ahead and bring you back anyway and just give you a overview. Make sure you're good, give you any things you need. And I was like, you got darn skippy because it don't matter if I'm supposed to be here. I need to be here. So help me be here, okay? So that's that. And then I decided to leave Oakland and go to Vallejo. Vallejo. Is that Vallejo? There you go. Yo, let me tell y'all how I got to Vallejo though. Okay, Vallejo, I don't know, but anyway, okay, so I move in. I go see my homie Jerry, right? My leg is better. We good. I go see him, and he invite me in. He got his homeboy. He cool, and he like, so he like, Shay, can you take me to my event? I'm like, yeah, I got you. What's up? So we get my car, we rolling out. So when I'm about to drop him off, he like, where you gonna stay out tonight? I was like, I don't know. It's like 7 p.m. I ain't think that far. I might go do Instacart. He like, nah, like you should go stay at my homeboy house. Like he got a whole couch, like he can help you. And I was like, thank you, but I ain't say nothing to your homeboy, so I probably wouldn't just go back and knock on a nigga door. Like, that's weird. He was like, nah, I already told him you might need some help. Like, and then he called him, like, the homeboy called my homie and was like, stop, you made it? Yeah. What your homegirl gonna do? She got somewhere to stay? Nope. I was like, good. I had like, what was you? Don't be telling niggas ain't got nowhere to stay. What's wrong with you? And so, boom. And then he was like, well, tell her to come back. It's cool. I got a job for her anyway. Boom. So I pull back up. And he like, listen, you can crash on my couch if you want to, but I need two things. I need someone to clean my kitchen and an assistant for my nonprofit foundation for brotherhood. And I was like, I can do that. And I had stamps too, so it was like just even swap. That went good for a couple of weeks, okay? Even a couple of months. I was in Cali from November until March. So eventually he said he had a homegirl coming down and me and him was going good. He never asked to fuck me and oh, I said that wrong. Oh my gosh. We didn't have any of those relations. But you know he did buy a fetish. Okay, anyway. So he invited his homegirl down, and was gone for like 2 3 days. You know, I was out there shopping. So anyway, I come back in the crib because you know I gotta keep. So I walk in the house and it's a girl sitting on the couch. She look at me, I look at her, and we look at each other. Okay, and she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, girl," and from there she was like, "Come sit." I was like, "Okay." So I go sit. And we're talking, we're chatting. He's like, "Oh, Shae, you back?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't be talking to my girl." I was like, "Nah, stop it." She was like, "That's not my nigga." Okay. I was like, "Y'all do what y'all do. I'm gonna go get some food. I'll be back." So I left, came back, boom. I come back, they're like, "Shae, we gonna party?" I was like, "I don't know what that means. I've never partied with him before." So she was like, "Come here, let me show you." Okay, so now white girls all around the counters and stuff. Okay, so I'm just like, this is news to me. We've had a really conservative couple of months here. This nigga do this? Oh my lord! Like you just never know people's wild side. Like it's crazy. So so boom. Okay. Mm. What you about to do, girl? Oh, I kind of need my glasses to see what I'm doing on the table. So boom. So after that, uh, they come. You know, they go in the bathroom. I mean, they go in the kitchen area. They do what they do. You know, I'm like, I got a white girl there. This is crazy. Shae, you like white girls? No. I just love all kind of you know colors on the skin. You know, nothing specific. Don't just put one color in the category. Just say all colors. You know, all colors. I love them all. And so, boom, they come out, put the music on. Oh, y'all, go ahead and dance. Dance like a stripper. Dance like a stripper. Okay, cool. And I'm like, I pull her to the side, like, hey, girl, I just want to let you know I've never done any of this with him before. Like, this is all new for me. Like, I didn't even know he turned up like this. I just need you to know, I ain't know he turned up like this. Okay. So then she was like, it's all right, girl. You know, I like girls. And I said, no, I don't know this. You do? You do? I mean, you know, I like girls on occasions too. So yeah, it's dance like a stripper. Girl, I see you. All right. I see you, shorty. And I'm down because she twerking, but when she standing up, I'm like, I see you, shorty, because you like 5'9" for real. And you got some cake. Okay. So after that, it was like a lip here, a lip there, you know, a lip there. Well, you know, I want a pillow princess. Well, you too tall to be a pillow princess, so I guess you talking to me, huh? So I was a pillow princess that day. I laid down. You know, it was going some way, but I was like a woman advocate, which is improper. Let me tell y'all, pillow princess should not be woman advocates. Just be on that nigga side, okay? Because it's not gonna end well. So we get the ready, like it's like a choo choo line. You did what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, you know what the choo choo line got going on, and they lit. And I say too many. Is this what you asking for, girl? Because I'm sober. I just need to know that this is what we're supposed to be doing because I'm not gonna do any more than what I'm doing here. Okay. So this is not my nigga. So yeah, and eventually, like guys always wrap it up because sneak attacks is never the best in her feelings. All right. So a sneak attack was had, and that was the end of the night, and so no one busted open. You did, and the next day came, and it was vibes, and like 3 more days after that, he brought me to the side and he said, "Shay, I really like you a lot, but I want my new chick to move in, so I'm gonna have to move you out." And I was like, "It's all right. I think I've been here long enough, and it's time for me to move out, because I don't party like this, you know." Anyway, I was ready to leave. She was like, "Where you going?" And I'm like, I got kicked out." She was like, "That nigga can kick you out." And I was like, "He did. He can. This is his house. I'm gone." She was like, "Take me to my nigga house." I was like, "Hold on, wait. You not single?" She was like, "Nah, I guess I got her poppy." Okay. Let's go to your poppy house. All right. Got in, girl. I got you. All right, we make it. Oh, this is a nice house. Yeah, girl, he do tattoos. Blase, blase, blase. So boom, now I'm over there. Okay, tattoos, vibes. Let's go get in the hot tub. We live, we high, we heated. Anyway, we was sitting like this. He was behind her. I was in front, and we was talking. She said, "Come give me a hug." I went to go hug her. He grabbed my neck. I said, "Ooh, I'm getting out the tub," and I got out. I went to bed, woke up the next day. Was like, I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. I doing Instacart led me to Vallejo, and then she was like, "Let's go out there. Let's go to the club. It's my birthday." So then we went, and that's how I met the drink. Okay, and I should have known not to deal with the drink because when I dealt with the drink, not that night, but days later, that drink cost me $3,500. Okay, I didn't know it at the time, but in the end, the drink cost $3,500. That's $3,000 and $500 if you didn't know. Okay. Yes, I just feel like for me to get nothing after, I could have had that 35 for something else. For something else. Okay. So, just know like I break up happy homes, and then it was time for me to go, and my car broke down outside of LA, and I took all my shit back to Sacramento because that was cheapest air flights city from the south, and got a storage and flew. Had to drive back to LA, return the car, and then that next day fly to ATL for work. Okay, so now I'm back in ATL. Okay, and ATL is a vibe. I'm working real hard for this TV network. Shout out to HHTV. I do have a podcast on there called Creative Adult Experience by Miss Lachey. I hope you all watch it. I get my reviews and my gems. It seems like no one cares, but go look it out. Go look at it. Okay. Yeah. Apologies for the recording. You did. Anyway, so ATL going good, y'all. It's going so well. I don't know if it was this year. Them people came down. I had to fight her because she thought I wanted her nigga, and I really didn't. And I don't know why we had beef. You did, but maybe it was like when I got back and I linked back up with my sister wife, right? And it's crazy because I had to call my homeboy first, and he was like, the last thing I said about you and your sister wife is that y'all ain't got no niggas. Y'all ain't got no man. So how is y'all sister wives? It don't exist. And I was like, you're right, it don't exist. And I should remember that, but I'm a female and I be a little illusional. And then I got self problems, what makes me a little delusional. And that's why I can walk around calling a female my sister wife when we ain't got no man. And we single. We so single, you can consider us sometimes hoes. Ain't that about a bitch? That's how that go. Okay. So out of nowhere, I got the juices in my vibes to loan my sister wife a loan because she asked for a loan. Let's just say $1,300. Okay. I'm just so confused why it is 7 months later and I ain't been paid back yet. And I'm more confused because I loaned it for expertise. Like I'm looking at the situation and I'm like, dang, I love the fact that you own your business. You got properties in a sense. You got your own crib. You know, you live where you live at. Maybe you got your car. Maybe you got all your shit. Maybe you don't. You know, when I look closer, I think that actually burst my illusion. Maybe you bitch ain't got shit. And that's why it's hard for me to say, you got a car. You got a house. Because you didn't go buy a house. And this somebody else, you got a landlord, you know? So it's just like, where's your property? Do you got a property if you not the landlord? That's a hardmanship. You crazy. Ain't that about a bitch, girl? If you would have known. Girl, do you think, man, my mama, I don't think I would have gave somebody loan $1,300 to someone calling who says, yo, I got property, but I don't own it, and I gotta pay someone else to make sure I don't lose it. Like, and I can't even make no renovations to this bitch because it ain't mine. Then how you own a property? Because at this point, you lied to me. You misled my heart, okay? You misled my mindset, and that's my issues, right? You see how dumb I got in Atlanta? Whoo, bitch, I'm so dumb, okay? So then during that time, we meet a nigga, okay? We meet a guy, and the reviews is scam artist, period, okay? And my review is we went to an event, and I seen a food stand, and I was told watch the food stand, and I watched it, and I watched it. And as I watched it, someone said, hey, you got some ice? And I said, no. But then someone else walked up and said, hey, can I leave my ice bag here? Actually, I don't really need it. I only need 2 cups out of it. You can have it. I said, yeah, put it right here in this cooler. Someone else came back and was like, you got a cup of ice? I said, $1. Boom, sold the ice. Then someone else came back, you selling them sodas? How much you gonna pay for it? I got $2. Yeah, I'm selling $2 for sodas. Come and get one. Okay. Then when the car jumped off, like we was at a car show. Okay. And so when the car spent around and spent around and spent out into the line of people next to the trees and knocked all them motherfuckers in the woods. Oh my mama. They are in over there like, we need some ice. And I was like 50 cents, $1.55, $10. Baby, I made me some coins in that bitch, okay? And when we left, it wasn't my guy, obviously. And the girl, my sister wife, like I don't know what she was doing, but she didn't leave no coins from the nigga. And then she kept saying he a millionaire. And then I was like, girl, but listen, a millionaire is like someone who's a millionaire, right? And like, if they a millionaire, what kind of millionaire is they? Is they like a millionaire, or do they got millions? And I'm serious though, because hey, like, oh, I'm a millionaire. Is that because I've been one before? And then when I'm not one, I know I got probably enough assets to be a million assets per se. That makes me a millionaire, right? And so, boom, I'm just like, well, but say he got a million right here in his cash app, and he tell you I'm a millionaire. Look at my cash app, and it say a million. If he gave you like $500 of that, is do it still say million? And if it don't, is he still a millionaire? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out, girl. Because every week he spend money from that million he be making from his events, and he don't have no money left over. So like, I'm just confused. Is he the millionaire, or I don't know? Do he do millionaire events? Girl, I don't know. But you better figure it out because this nigga ain't giving you no guap. Oh damn, he just kicked you out, bro. You cannot kick her out in the middle of the night. Shay, if you go with her, she gonna make you get locked up in jail, bro. Y'all make it hard for a nigga. What you want? And I'm just like, man, I just gotta stay ducked off. And then the next day or that same day, just know That's how all my podcasts started live. Just recently. Yes, they loaned me the studio. That millionaire loaned me his studio to record them, and I'm so happy, y'all. We talk because yo, listen. I know sometimes in those videos I was so high or sleepy, I was dozing off on my own conversation. That shit was crazy. Okay, so let's get to it. Now, I think I had a job. I'm pretty sure I have a job. Okay, but it's just like I'm working on living a different life. Okay, meaning that if I'm gonna work with you for it's I'm working on living a different life. Like, can I have a boss that that don't wanna get in the sheets with me? You did? Like, do you know how unfair it is for a lot of individuals, okay? Like, you got men at work sometimes, you feel me? They boss be females. She be like, dang, you look fine. Look at your muscles. He don't want to be paraded on. It's not like you gonna raise his tips. What's up? Do he get a bigger gross pay? Like, I'm just trying to figure out because that's how I feel at work too. Like, don't be trying to, like, I got a boss work. I want my boss to be cool. You get what I'm saying? But listen, I don't want no hugs and no, please, 6 feet apart unless I'm looking in your phone because you showing me something or we watching it, we writing. Look at what I wrote. You see it? Yeah, 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 yeah. You saying like other than that, I ain't your chick. And if you tell me another story about your chick and you just spending all this time, and if he tell you another story about, listen, like it just be like I can't stand when people won't give you the bare minimum, and I mean work. They won't give you a position, probably at their business, probably in not their business, but someone else's businesses, and they know that nigga. Okay, cool. That's how they wanna assist you. All right, and they think that position is enough to position you on top of them. And I just want the society to know that just ain't right. It ain't right, and it's really unfair because I know successful women and men who have never had to cross that line. And I just think like some people need to realize that like some people get that line crossed so much. This is why they one won't keep a job, two can't keep a job, and three quit jobs and can easily go get another job. Because they be like, yo, boundary lines means don't disrespect me. Don't be talking to me however you want to, like I'm your child. And don't be acting like I'm stupid because you ain't share all the information to make sure I knew what to do. Like, it's just like those three are trying to approach me knowing like I'm really unapproachable because this is for a job for me to get money. So if I gotta give you any part of me, how this is a job for money, like this is much, I'm priceless. Like, you gotta pay me much more than a job. Like, what's up? Like, no, I'm here to do work. Okay. My personality can stay at the house. I don't gotta bring it. Okay. And it's just be like, yo, you gotta check in on your people, man. Definitely check in on your people. It's important. Yeah. Okay. And obviously in 48 minutes, it don't say that, but I can't really see. Oh, hold on. In 38 minutes, 39. Um, I got them all separated. Yeah, I ain't starting it. But also, like, I don't get no promotion for my show in ATL, okay? And it's just like, I can know so many ATLians. But the fact that I didn't build no good connection enough to get promotion, enough to get shared, enough for you to call my phone and want to have a conversation. Like, obviously, I ain't built that best connection. So that's why I don't got it. So you want me to come back to the A. For who and what and why? Because now I realize, like, all the work I did in the A to get in the positions I got in, all the work I did in New Orleans, all the work I did in Oakland, Florida, like, come on, like, all the work I did in Texas. At the end of the day, it's going to be more states and countries I should put more work into to bring my presence over there. And I just feel like that's an important fact in life. Like I should be thinking greater than a state. Okay. And if I am like not thinking of like going back to states that I've been to just because people want me back there, then I'm just more interested in making sure like I get like stable, my clean, healthy, legal income, and I can keep my substance, my dignity, shit, my femalehood. You feel me? Because the realization is this, you know, if you keep giving it away, only people who gonna want it is the people who gave all their shit away. And that's just what it is, okay? It's like when women be like, oh, I want a man that ain't got no kids if I ain't got no kids. It's because, like, they gave away their gems. Obviously, you don't want they give away gems. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gave, girl, I don't want no man that come with someone else's eggs. He can only have mine. So if I gave all my egg juices away, obviously I'm gonna get a man that got a barely sperm count. That just go hand in hand, like yin yang. That's how my mind think. So I'm back in Texas because I had genuine people like my family members who I really don't speak to, but I love dearly because I speak to the ones who love me back. So I just, but just know, I'm like one of my only family members who have visited every fucking person in my family successfully. I know all these motherfuckers. Oops, excuse my language. I know all these speakers, okay? And let me tell you what, I love them. I love us. And we fine, bro. We fine for real. Anyway, let me tell y'all a fun fact. Yo, one day someone asked me, was like, I don't know what they asked me. But when I said, what? No. My mom's needs to learn how to live her own life. And I think that's an important lesson for a lot of adults. It's a time and place for you to have your own life and own time to do whatever the tricks you want to. And my folk like one day say, like, I can't breathe for real. My response was, you probably got fat around your lungs. Now, granted, that was just my response. But later I came to say it's because you've been in the house all the time. Like, it's because you're too comfortable in a down life, an unbeneficial life. Like, if you believe your life is unbeneficial, or you be down on occasions, not so happy about the issue you got going on, like, you get sick from that. You can get unhealthy from that. And I seen that firsthand because it was so down. My sister said, yo, I don't got $300 to give you. Wow, I'm looking at $300 in her bank account. And she was like, whatever comes next, which is eviction, is what's gonna come next. But I need to evict me out this illusion because it don't benefit me and it's unhealthy. And I know you my mom's, but shit, you need to evict yourself too because it seems unhealthy for you. And it happened. So for 1 to 3 days, you can see my mama. I ain't never had to be, but I finally had to. I before in my life literally driving down the motherfucking road, and you be like, you pull up to a random little person, you pull up to that person sitting on the side of the road or sitting under the tree, and you get out the car and you be like, hey mama. And they be like, that's your mama? You be like, yep, that's my mama. I don't know what she got going on with her life, but her ass sitting up under the tree because she ain't got nowhere to go. That's my madre. And it's okay, okay? Because she gonna figure it out. I had to. I don't get it. And that brought me to like, it's a gem. If if you could see what it feels like, or if you could feel it what it sees like when someone gets to see themselves in a hurtful, in a hole of a position, in a slump, in the holes in the dirt, homeless, whatever, and you don't know because you don't see them, but they see themselves. and then you ask them for money, for help, whatever, and they go out the way to provide that for you. And you never get to experience, you never get to see them in that slump, but you get to feel how they benefit you and how they treat you. And it's like when the roles change and you fall into a slump, will you be able to see yourself in a slum and still provide that benefit that someone else needs to see happen for them from you to continue their placement in their life? And you could be seeing that, feeling that for a while until one day you'll realize, like, I I want to see and provide a feeling for myself rather than I want to see and provide a benefit for myself that I can feel. Because and I need to see that I'm my yin and what I do was my yang. Okay? So if I do something and that benefits someone else, that means I did the yin and they became the yang. They connect with the shit I did and I'm disconnecting with it because hey, I forgot about myself. So I gotta realize that yin and yang is like hand in hand. So if I'm going to give someone anything, if someone asked me for $100 and I didn't even give myself $100 to go get a hotel room, so I'm sitting on the side of the road all night because I know I'm just gonna kick it and go to the party and we up till 3 a.m. So I ain't need. Do I really dish out my 100 because it's sitting there and it will benefit someone else and I think that benefits my emotions? Nah, my emotions are mine and I need to benefit them. I need to be able to benefit my emotions because of the stuff I do. Like, so if I can figure out how to take that same 100 and maybe invest it, maybe flip it in the meantime while I'm up till 3 a.m. and see if at 4 a.m. before I close my eyes or when I look at my pockets, it's $200, it's $500, it's whatever it is. And could I feel how that benefit will be towards my emotion? Like, you know, man, yo, that's crazy. Because that's what makes it hard working for people. Like, because you want to work for somebody so they can give you something so you can go home benefited from what you went to go do. But them steps, like, because you going to do work that someone else is providing for you to do, and then the way you get benefit is by someone else. They have to pay you, and then you go home, and then you go. It's like say like they don't want to pay you, and say you get there, the work is an overload, and they actually underbid, and now they can't pay you, and then that is a sacrifice because are you going to go back tomorrow? Now think about that. Think about how much you do that for yourself every day. Every day you put some type of work in. The work you put in was either overload, didn't compete, was not up to pars, fell below the line of completion, and you earned zero from it intellectually, emotionally, physically, financially, anyway, okay? And then you're still at home, okay? Or you're still outside, or you're still back where you started. Like at this moment, if you take away the work and take away the invisible compensation, it'll be like you never did nothing at all. And those, my friend, are the most unvaluable pathways in our life. Okay, because for the ones that believe compensation is only monetary, I don't think that's the word, but money, you dig, that is up to you. Okay, but for the ones who know compensation is much more than monetary, now that sounds like the right word, you did, I don't know, but financial, then I just think that you get what I'm saying. Because if you can't compensate yourself for the work you have identified or like allocated to be completed or discarded by you or disrupted by you, like, because that's another thing. You do know sometimes someone will call you and be like, hey, can you come disrupt an idea that I need you to get. I need you to brainstorm how you gonna come over here. Hello? Yes, it is. Um, yes, I am. I just didn't want to, you know, get another phone call of a failed drug test. Yeah, but it don't go down that quick as in, like you can stop for like 3 weeks and then it's, and like when I got asked, do you have something in your refrigerator that's this type of medicine? And I'm like, nah, I'm not going through any strengths to try to clear my system out for a job because that would hurt me in the end with the phone calls I'll get from the doctors and stuff. Right, and I was just so nervous to do that because they'd be like, when I went already one time, so I just might be able to. But I have a question, okay? Is there any type of way that any of the shifts start after noon? Yeah, okay. And you provide the courses and you provide everything, the detail, the route, the packages, all of that. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, mhm, yeah, okay. Can I, oh, well, if I had said today, and it was today, I didn't think that was a little too late to do it today, instantly. Um, okay, okay. So I just need to send you my full name and email. Okay, all right then. Thank you. All right. Bye. See, my sister was like, "You want my daughter here?" And I was like, "Girl, you know what's all I get anxiety when I gotta do illegal activity." Oh Lord, I just don't know what people want me to do. And I don't want to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, fuck. Oh, I just don't want to work at 8 a.m. You see me asking people, yo, can I start like afternoon? Like, this is crazy. I should send my name though, so at least I can take forever on the application. Like me, let it go. Oh, it starts in 17 minutes. I have a phone call I have an interview with AT&T, y'all. Anyway, I forgot where I was because I answered the phone, but I think this was great. 17 minutes. We're going to snooze 5 minutes. I need to see that again. I gotta stop taking off my glasses. See. Okay, so it's 54 minutes. I like that. Very nice. 6 more minutes. Okay, not too shabby. Oh, that's very fucking shabby because I didn't do anything but fucking talk. Let's be real. I'll text that. Let me go ahead and send my name. But I think that's not Temple. I don't know. I need to look at the application anyway. He should have just wrote me back. Like, he's like, you placing that gas? You fucking right, yeah. You had to put the gas down. No, I just got to apply for a job that don't trust this. Period. Because they don't care. It's that simple. So, anyway, you know, so if you have any reviews about anything I've discussed, it would be swell to leave some comments in my community. I put a post there, so come communicate with me. That is all good. I think it goes like this. Oh, don't buy whole leg clothes. What? Oh, we not gonna open it. We not gonna open that one at all. So I gotta get the little white things that for some reason ain't nowhere in my bag. Put them on a bag. And in my mind, that's an area, y'all. Y'all just see me show y'all my, and I got two. You did, and I can put two on one side because I got two hoes, but I'm not gonna open them. This one open though. But yeah, I worked on a resin, and this is my first time working resin. This is our card. We show y'all different cards. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, let me tell y'all. Don't put them in sun. Okay. If you think sun is gonna dry it, it don't dry it. Shade dry it. The shade dries it 100%, y'all. How cool. The ones that have one is like for my earring at the top. Oh, that was saucy. Look at these. Oh shit. It is two. I thought that was a fun vibe. I made these, right? They're supposed to say zodiac, like this supposed to say Capricorn. It didn't go out correctly. Hey, those was a horrible job. And like I had made a letter. Just a more horrible job. Like tragic. Come on, y'all. Let's do this. Body boss. Boom. We're gonna do one right here. Or here. Because it's my right side. Alright. Got one pack. Because I think that's all that shit matters. Go in the back and untwist it because that's what matters. And then take one out, take two out because I don't want to get it everywhere. This over to the side because I only got one ear open, and without my whatchamacallits, they all gonna fall off the hook. Alright, 11 more minutes for my interview. I'm just gonna button up my t-shirt. And it's a phone call. I ain't gotta button up my t-shirt. I just gotta talk. I'm gonna end it live. Alright. We're gonna take this. Okay, yeah. So go through it now. I don't know, y'all. It's gonna be like a pixie lock. And then I'll take it. And then do that. Boom. Pull back. through, unlock it, and then from there, bring it up to about that length, and I'm gonna braid it because I can't what else to do. And then from here, you could easily like not do what I'm doing because I actually don't know what to do anymore. Maybe put a rubber band on it or something. Oh, I may be tight. Like this open. Or is it supposed to be? Was it never? Look at that tragedy. Yeah. I'll put like a rubber on her. And then boom. Yeah. I would have those. I would have to go look in the mirror and see how they go. But okay, y'all. So I did when you see me put it in, and obviously I braided it. Who knows what to do with it once you put it in when you got braids. It's crazy. I guess I could have took down my braid, but who wants to do more work? It's supposed to eliminate the work, okay? Anyway, y'all have a good one. I will be back again another day for another story time. Because even though I like gracefully went over my ATL visit, I think like um it's time for some self growth. So yeah, we can talk about some growth things. And I've been watching TV. You know, I've been watching the 12 Monkeys, The Ridge, like shit. We can talk about movies for y'all. You did. Anyway, stay awesome, stay great. Wish me luck at getting a job that let me come in after 1 p.m. You dig? But tell me, luck ain't gonna come if I keep applying to jobs that close at 6 p.m. and they want full time. All right, stay awesome, stay swift, and most of all, stay you.